Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, Ibrahim.
Wa alaikum salam.
Ahlan. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What did you do in the previous week? Did you understand and memorize all topics?
Be honest, yes.
Be honest, yes. Great.
Well, almost. Just need to know. Just need to know something else.
Okay. Did you answer any questions in the classification on the previous topic?
The PDF you sent, well, I was very close to finish one of the multiple question I'm answering.
Okay. Did you find any difficulty in solving this question or to answer any question?
I don't find it difficulties. I have to make sure that if my answer is really sure or not.
Okay, when you make a comparison or correct your answer from the mark scheme, your answer is right or different mistakes?
I really don't know.
What do you say? I can't hear you.
I really don't understand. Can you say this question again?
I ask you, when you make a comparison or to try to correct your answer is right or wrong?
To be honest, my answer was great.
The answer was great?
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay, today, inshallah, we will complete our session and try to answer different questions on the pressure and energy. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Yeah, start to read and answer the question number 1. This figure shows the online of machine for driven sheets هنا believers هو called pills to the ground. Okay, the steel mass is raised by the electric motor and then falls under the gravity, right? The falling steel has a mass of 200 kilograms and falls a distance of 6 meters. The acceleration of free fall, is 10 meters per second square. Calculate the potential difference gained by the mass each time it is raised. To calculate the potential energy, do you remember the law? The law to calculate the potential energy?
Sorry, can you say it again?
Mention the law of the potential or the gravitational potential energy.
Oh, yes, of course.
What's this law?
Hold on, I'm trying to answer this question.
Ibrahim, please repeat. What do you say? Raise your voice.
Okay, so let's say we all know about the acceleration formula, right? Okay.
Gravitational potential energy. to calculate the gravitational potential energy, you will put the law. This law says the mass of object times the gravity acceleration multiply height of
What
the
about?
object.
Oh, sorry, the mic did not register my voice.
Right, you know this relation?
Yeah.
Great.
Mass.
Huh?
Yeah. Gravitational equals mass.
Ibrahim, please bring your calculators and your notebook, physics notebook, to try to answer these questions and tell me the answer.
I've finally answered.
What is your answer?
The answer is 12,000. 12,000.
Okay, tell me about your calculations. You make multiplication of mass times the gravity accelerations times the height. Type the value of
Yes.
height. Is the value of height equal?
It equals 12,000.
12?
Yes, 12,000.
Mass equal 200 kilogram, right? And the
Right.
gravity acceleration equal 10, okay?
Okay.
And the height equal
6
meter.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, the resultant of the potential energy gained equal 12,000, 12,000 what? The measuring unit for potential energy is?
Is
Huh?
N.
What? N? N is the Newton, but Newton is the measuring unit for forces, okay? But in this case, we need the measuring unit of energy. Energy is used in joule or calorie, but in our curriculum, we use joule because the joule is measuring unit of energy in SI system, right? Your result will take measuring unit of joule. The potential energy gained equal 12,000 joule, okay? Do you understand?
Yeah, yes, I understand.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Type. I2, the next question, ask you to find the maximum speed at which the mass hits the ground or hits the pill. Can you find this speed?
Okay.
Okay. Make your calculations and tell me your result.
I think the answer is
Yeah.
the answer is 60.
I will see. I'll make my calculation. $60.
Yes.
Ibrahim, your answer is 60?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's show your calculation. Bismillah. Tell me, how did you answer this question? What did you do? عملت ايه؟
Using speed method, speed fraction.
Speed equal what?
Speed equals distance over time.
But in this case, the equation asks you to find the maximum speed. In this case, to answer this question, you will use the relation between maximum potential energy at the maximum height equal the maximum kinetic energy before the object hit the ground. This means the gravitational potential energy at the maximum height equal the kinetic energy, okay? The kinetic energy at the lowest point, okay? So that we will put kinetic energy equal what? Tell me the formula to calculate the kinetic energy. Ibrahim? Kinetic energy equal what? The law to calculate the kinetic energy. Do you know this formula?
Sorry, can you say the question again?
Tell me or mention the law or the formula of the kinetic energy. As we say, the gravitational potential energy equal mass times the gravity accelerations times height. Type in case of kinetic energy, the formula is قانونها ايه؟ بنحسبها منين؟ half mass times v square. V is the speed of objects.
It's 1/2 times mass times velocity.
Velocity square.
Velocity square.
Yeah. Okay. This equation equal the value of calculated gravitational potential energy, which equal 12,000. Okay. Mass, we replace the mass by the value of mass equal 200, right? From this equation, can you calculate the velocity? Ibrahim?
Yes.
طيب. Calculate and tell me the value of velocity from this equation.
Okay, I get the answer.
What is your answer?
It's 10.95.
Kam? Huh?
10.95.
10.95?
Yes. Make sure I tell you how I answered.
Okay, I will make as a first simplification. 2 equal 100. Okay, this 100, simplify with this. يبقى v square equal 120 and v equal the speed or the velocity equal root square of 120. You make this calculations?
Yes, I did that with the root.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say how I answered that. But
Yeah.
you should, yeah, what you showed to me is what I answered.
Okay, but look at to the calculator. 100. 10.8, right? Right. Great. Okay. Bismillah. B. Billy, when the mass hits the pill, it has a kinetic energy. This energy is transformed into other forms of energy as the speed of falling mass rapidly reduced to zero. As this happens, the pill is forced for a small distance into the ground. State energy conversion, which take place starting from the kinetic energy of the falling mass. Read and answer. Ibrahim?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Ibrahim, what is your answer? Make you think this kinetic energy convert into what? Huh? Maybe heat energy as a wasted
Yes,
energy. Huh?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me
Complete your
explain.
answer.
So, starting for the kinetic energy of falling mass, it converts into something. it converted to the heat energy as might be the falling mass may be changed to from what it happened, and um,
Hmm?
as a result, the pile only it was only can register a small distance into the ground. So
يبقى we say to answer this question, the kinetic energy converts into stored potential energy and heat energy. Do you understand this answer?
well, of course, now understand.
You don't understand?
I, actually, I said now I understand.
Okay, okay. B or the next question بيقول لي explain how the large force is produced when the pill is driven a short distance into the ground. Explain, huh? Read carefully. Explain how the large force is produced when the pill move or drive in a short distance into the ground.
Large waves drive the pile into the earth. Well, let me think.
Yusuf, Ibrahim, when the force is produced, this means this force is due to the motion of this pill.
Kinetic energy.
Yes, of course. طيب, when the pill move, this means it changed its velocity so that it moved with acceleration, right? And according to the Newton's second law, which is force equal mass, Newton's second law says force equal mass times the acceleration. And when this object move, this means this object move with acceleration, so that the force produced from the object with mass m move with acceleration according to Newton's second law. Do you understand this force result from what? Once the pill move a distance on the ground, okay, its velocity is changed. This means this pill move with acceleration. This acceleration, and this is the mass of pill. By make a multiplication of mass times acceleration, you will obtain the force which is produced from this motion. Right? Do you understand that?
Understand.
Alhamdulillah. بيقول لي in raising a steel mass of 6 meters, the electric motor use more energy than that calculated in AI اللي هي كانت كانت both AI اللي هي the potential energy, this potential energy. بيقول لي the electric motor will use more energy that calculated in AI. Write down and explain two causes of this higher energy requirement. We calculated mathematically, theoretically, the value of gravitational potential energy needed to raise the object for 6 meters. Like that calculations which equals 12,000 joule. Okay, but this problem tell us there is in fact the raising of steel for mass 6 meters, the electric motors use more energy that calculated in AI. بيقول لي write down and explain two causes of the higher energy requirement.
Okay, the first explanation
Yeah.
is the electric motion might be used the force which that accelerates the raising of the steel mass, and as the result it raise the kinetic energy of the force. And the second explanation,
Ibrahim, do you understand this question?
I am trying to figure out, I'm trying to guess or like investigate to know about the question.
In simple words, this question asks required to explain why, in fact, the energy required to raise this steel, okay, need more energy than that calculated theoretically. يعني معناها احنا ليه
it's like maybe from the it might be from the heat or yes.
Great, excellent. يبقى هنا in fact we may in sometimes the practically we need more energy because some of the energy is lost in the form of heat energy and sound energy. Great, excellent. Okay, this is the number explanation. Second cause is the friction between the wires and the steel will lose energy again. We have two sources of energy lost in the form of heat energy from the friction between the wires and the steel. Number two, by movement and escape of this heat energy to the surrounding. Excellent, great. Okay, second question. Some builders decide that measured their personal power rating using apparatus they already have on this side. Figure 2.1 shows the arrangement of they use. Okay, this is a poly set. Okay, used to left some loads. Okay, in the table below, list 3 quantities they must measure in order to calculate one man's power and the instrument they would use for each measurement. What is your answer?
Okay. So to be honest, the first quantity to be measured is the first quantity to be measured is uh, it should be so, I'm just trying to investigate. Just hold on.
Ibrahim, this question asks you to write the quantities is needed to measure the power. What is the law you use to calculate the power? Power equal what? Ibrahim, power equal the mechanical
Equal to
energy
work and
or work divide the time taken.
yeah, that
right?
was a
Huh?
of course.
Type great. To calculate the work, you need force time displacement.
I think the quantity to be measured is maybe 60 from
Ibrahim 60. What is this calculation? This question asks you just for mention the quantity to be measured and the instrument used to this measurement. For example, to measure we need to measure the power, we need to calculate the work done and the time taken. So that the quantity you measured هتبقى force, okay, and distance, okay, and the instrument you used is force meters and ruler. Number two, عندي energy. If we make these calculations using the formula of the power equal energy divide time, okay, يبقى energy to calculate the energy you need energy meters like calorie meters, okay. Number three, we need to measure the time. To calculate the time, you need to stopwatch, right?
calculate the time. You must
Ibrahim,
you need to calculate the time. You must you must use the formula. The time equals distance over speed.
distance over speed.
Yeah.
Distance over speed to calculate time.
Calculate the time.
Ibrahim, these questions ask you to find. انت مش فاهم السؤال. بص.
Wait. You were saying about the time, right? That's why I was saying.
طيب, to measure the time you need what? You need a stopwatch only. He asked about the instrument, الجهاز اللي احنا بنستخدمه to measure the time. Stopwatch only. يبقى power equal work done divide time, or energy divide the time. طيب, we say to calculate the work equal force times distance divide the time, right? Okay. طيب, to measure the force you need force meter. To measure the distance you need ruler or measuring tab, okay. And you to measure the time you need stopwatch, right?
Right.
Okay. يقول لي هنا ايه؟ One workman is measured as having a power of 528 watts. His weight is 800 Newton. He can develop the same power climbing ladder whose rank are 30 centimeter apart. Okay, how many rank can the climb in 5 seconds? Yeah, make your think and try to answer this question. Ibrahim. Ibrahim.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I am here. Still
Yeah.
here.
يا رب يا مسهل الأحوال. ها Ibrahim.
Yes.
What is your answer?
I'm still trying to. I'm still trying to find an answer.
You didn't answer this question yet?
Not yet. Still trying to find the right. Still try to write. Calculate the wrongs.
Okay, tell me, what is the first step you will use?
The first step, since it's mentioning about the work and the force, that let's just mention about we're going to use work. I mean the power formula or the work formula.
Okay, like this, power equal work divide time, right?
Yes,
Which
and the
equal
work
equal force times
time
distance divide
move.
time, right? Okay, power equal 500 to 80 28, which equal the force is the weight of the workman, which equal 800 Newton multiplied distance time. The question tells us that the time taken is 5 seconds, right?
Right.
Great. From this equation, you can calculate the distance, which equaled, make your calculations and tell me the value of distance.
Distance is 160.
What?
The distance 160.
160? How come? How come? Make right calculations.
Okay.
From this equation, Ibrahim, from this equation, at the first, you will multiply 528 multiply 5. And the result, make division on the 800. You will obtain distance equal 3.3 meters. Right? Repeat your calculations.
Okay. Of course, it's 3.3.
شوف يعني this is a great mistake if you know the idea of the problem and your mistake in calculations on the calculator. Okay, pay attention,
Yeah.
and be careful when you put the numbers on the calculator. Okay.
Okay.
Next step, the problem tell us and the distance between the ranks equal I think 33 centimeters. Okay, to find the number of ranks, okay, you will divide the total distance, okay, which is 3.3 meters, divide the distance between H2 ranks to obtain the number of ranks, like that, like this. Okay. Okay. At the first, you will convert 3.3 to centimeters, because the problem tells us the distance between two ranks in centimeter. So that this distance equal 3. يبقى هنا هنيجي نقول هنا خلينا number of rounds equal total distance اللي هي دي اللي احنا عملناها على اللي هي الديستانس between التو رانكس اللي هي السمول ديستانس دي هتبقى equal 3.3 multiply 100 divide 33 equal, make this calculation.
Make a calculation? Okay.
What?
I'm calculating.
What is the result?
Wait, is that the meter 3.3? Because the down, you did not put the dot. The diminutor. No.
Divide.
And the diminutor, is it 33 or 3.3?
This is 3.3 meters. We convert it from meters to centimeters, so that we multiply 3.3 multiply 10. Okay.
Yeah, the diminutor, down. Under the times 100, the under.
Under is 33. 33, this is the distance between two rungs.
Oh, okay, thanks. The answer is 10.
Great, excellent. 10 rungs. Great, excellent. Okay. Next question is, the human body is only about 15 efficient when climbing ladder. Calculate the actual energy used from the body of the workman, and B, when he climbed 20 rungs. هو the problem tell us the efficiency equal 15%. Okay, he asked me to calculate the actual energy used by the body of the workman, okay, when he climbed the 20 rungs. Do you know the law to calculate the efficiency? Ibrahim?
Yeah.
What is the
Yes.
law? What is the law of efficiency?
Can you say it again?
What is the law? What is meant by, خلينا نقول كده, what is meant by of efficiency?
The efficiency means output over by input.
Output divide input, great. Multiply 100, great, excellent. Huh? Answer about this question.
Okay. I use the percent on the efficiency or don't use the percentage?
We use the formula of efficiency equal the input or output or output.
No, output divide by input times 100. Yeah.
Great, great.
I was saying about the question.
Input multiply of 100. What do you ask about?
The question. It said the use 15%.
The efficiency equal 15%. Okay. He asked me to find the total energy needed to climb 20 rungs. تمام. يبقى he asked me to find what اللي هي output of the energy, and they ask me to use this formula when the input is the total energy calculated in the previous question, right? Which was 330 or what? كانت كام؟ أنا مش فاكرة. I don't remember. كانت التوتال energy equal what؟ خلينا نشوف كده. Advanced. Total energy which equal what? Equal 800 multiply الهايت which was 3.3
equals 2640.
يبقى the total energy in the
yes,
in the previous question
yeah,
was
most likely
800 multiply total distance اللي هي كانت كام؟ كانت 3.3 يبقى total equal 2640 right?
Right.
Great. This is the total energy. He asked me to find the output energy, okay, when he climbed 20 ranks only. Ibrahim, we will put the output. This is required to calculate. To climb 20 ranks, okay, right? And we calculate the input layer, the total energy used, okay, which was 800 multiply 3.3, okay? Make this multiplication, this 15%, 15% multiply 800 multiply 3.3 to obtain the output or the energy required to climb only 20 rungs on. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Huh?
to be honest, I want to say that I was a bit confused because I just want to know if I want to use the 50%,
Yeah.
15 as a percent or not.
Of course, you will use that because the value of 800 multiply total length of the ladder, okay? This is the input, this is the total energy. But the efficiency of the human body of the workman to climb the 20 rungs is 15%. So that the question asks you to find this energy, which required to climb only 20 rungs. So that you will multiply this percent اللي هي 15%, okay, multiply 800 multiply 3.3 لأن ال 800 multiply 3.3, this is the total energy needed to climb the all rungs. Do you understand that?
Yeah, now I understand.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, huh. Read and answer. Ibrahim?
Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, state what is meant by center. Should I start answering?
Yes, start to answer. What is meant by center of mass?
Okay, so the state, what is meant by center,
center of mass, it is one concept. And we discussed and illustrated this concept in the previous sessions. Did you study this part of our curriculum? Brahim?
The center of mass of the body is the average position of the all parts of the system, which the object, which the parts of the mass is weighs. For some, for example, the center part of the mass is been weighing at
Brahim, the answer is 3 words. The center of mass is the point in the body where the weight acts. Where the weight acts. Okay? This is the concept of the center of mass. You should study well. You should study well. Okay? B.
Oh, well, to be honest, I already said the answer of A, right?
No. You didn't mention the point in the body where the weight of the body acts. You said where the mass of the object is act or you didn't mention the weight. Okay. B. Show an athlete successfully performing a high jump. The height of the bar above the ground is 2 meters. The maximum increase in the gravitational potential energy of the athlete during the jump is calculating using expression gravitational potential energy equal mgh, or mass multiply gravitational acceleration multiply the height. Explain why the value of h used in calculations is much less than 2 meters. Do you understand this question?
Hold on, let me think. Okay, so the reason why the value of the h used in calculation is much less than 2 meters is because of the it is because the weight of the height. Is that right?
You mean to enable the athlete to pass or jump without
Exactly.
touching this
The object
bar.
of the stick.
Yes, great, excellent. Of course, right. Yeah. Question C. Really, figure 4.2 shows in order 5 stages of the athlete successfully performing a pole vault. Okay, describe the energy changes which take place during the performance of the pole vault from the original stationary position of the pole vaulter before the run up to the final stationary position after the vault. Huh?
Okay, so they are describe about the energy changes. This following of the figure, the five stage, the five stages, it explains about how it how it has too much uh, how it used too much energy to work of the of the action and and
Ibrahim, this question asks you to mention the energy transformation or the energy changes from a starting point, okay, اللي هو when it's at the stationary position, okay, and during this journey until finished his performance. Mention the energy transformation or energy changes. At the maximum height, when the athlete was in stationary or at rest, but it has maximum gravitational potential energy. Then, when he started to move, carrying the pole vault, okay, this gravitational potential energy changes into kinetic energy, right?
right.
After that, when he climbed or jumped this pole, okay, the kinetic energy convert again into gravitational potential energy. But in this case, the value of this potential energy is less than the potential energy from the starting point because the height is decreased. Right?
Right.
That's the answer only. If you answer these questions by make gravitational potential energy, arrow change into kinetic energy, then to gravitational potential energy, you will take the full mark. Okay?
Okay.
Next questions. Read and answer. Ibrahim, you read the question?
Figure 31 shows the skin of the sky differ from statue better. The figure one skydiver falling and at the 2,000 meters, and then parachute
2000, heights of 2000 meters, and the acceleration downward, his speed is 52 meter per second at the height of 500 meters. Okay, he then opened his parachute from 400 meters to the ground level. He falls at a constant speed, right? The total mass of the skydiver and his equipment is 92 kilogram. Calculate for skydiver number one the loss of gravitational potential energy in the fall from 2000 meter to 500 meters. Can you calculate this difference in gravitational potential energy? Make your think and give me answer. Ibrahim, tell me.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so
Huh?
about this first question, AI number one tells about how did it lose the gravitational potential energy. So we need to investigate using gravitational potential energy formula. Is that right? No?
Huh? To calculate the loss of gravitational potential energy, you will use the formula of you have two ways to answer this question. Okay. Number
Okay.
one, calculate the gravitational potential energy at the maximum height, which was 2,000 meters, and define the gravitational potential energy at the height of 500 meters, and make okay, make and they make the subtraction between these two values, you will obtain the difference in the gravitational potential energy. احنا قلنا gravitational potential energy is calculated from this relation, mass times the gravity times height. In the first height equal 92. This is the mass of the skydiver. Gravity acceleration equal 10, and the highest is 2000. Okay, and calculate this value. Then make the same calculations at this height. 22 multiply 10 multiply 500. Then make subtraction. This value minus this value. You will obtain the difference in gravitational potential energy. Right?
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I already understand. Just trying to say the point.
Point of what?
About the question I was saying.
What is your quick question?
It was the question about a person falling and using parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first question, number one, mentions about the gravitational potential energy.
Gravitational potential energy, in all the conditions, we will use this formula. Mass times gravity accelerations times light. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Second question. The second question is the kinetic energy at the height of 500 meters. Can you calculate the kinetic energy at this height?
The collected energy at the height.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Ibrahim?
Hold on. I'm just trying to investigate. Just writing an answer. Just writing an answer.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher.
You say?
Excuse me, teacher.
I can't hear you. What do you say? Raise your voice, please.
Excuse me, teacher.
What do you say, Ba?
I am pretty unsure that the second question mentioned about the kinetic energy method, and I really don't think I got it. So I probably need a tip about it.
Okay. Listen to me. Pay attention. The gravitational potential energy at the maximum height when the skydiver was at the height of 2,000 meters was 92 multiply 10 multiply 2,000, which equal this value. $184 multiply 10 power 4, right? طيب. The potential is the gravitational potential energy at the 500. Okay. 92 multiply 10 multiply 500, which equal 64 multiply 10 power 4, right?
Right.
If I ask you, the decreasing in this value of gravitational potential energy convert to any form of energy, it is clear to observe there is a difference or great difference between the value of gravitational potential energy at the 2,000 meters height and the value of gravitational potential energy at 500 meters as a height. It was 184 multiplied 10 power 4, and decreased to 46 multiply 10 power 4. This decreasing in this energy means the energy is converted to other form of energy. What is the form of energy where this decreasing in energy converted to it? This decrease converted to make your think, Ibrahim.
Converted into I really didn't understand. Can you repeat it again?
I ask you, this difference in gravitational potential energy, it was this value at the 2000 height and decreased to this value when the skydiver reached to height with 500 meters. This decreasing in gravitational potential energy changed or transformed into any form of energy.
I can say change it.
Change it to what form or at any form of energy? The skydiver, pay attention. The skydiver at the maximum height was at rest, okay? And when it started to move and reach from 2000 to 500, this means this decreasing of gravitational potential energy change into kinetic energy, right?
Right.
Great. This means the gravitational potential energy at the 500 meters هتبقى equal the difference between gravitational potential energy, which is subtraction between these two values. Right?
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Alhamdulillah. This means the answer of this question is like the previous question. We solved the previous questions by make subtraction between these two values, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that we will write the same value in this cell, okay, to show to the examiner or corrector, I understand the losing of gravitational potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, right?
Right.
Alhamdulillah. Question I2. The kinetic energy at 500 meters is not equal to the loss of gravitational potential energy. طيب, explain why this is difference is in the value. Why? ده برضو in fact يعني real, in real situation, the kinetic energy at 500 is not equal to the loss of gravitational potential energy. Why?
Kinetic energy at high is not equal to large.
What?
I'm just saying the question.
Please repeat. What do you say?
I'm just saying the question.
Okay.
Okay. The reason is because it's because the kinetic energy between the two of the parachute is different, as the speed is a bit faster. The energy gains from the speed of the wind of the person. Is that right?
Okay, Ibrahim, when the examiner asks you like this question, when he asks you why the value of some form of energy is not equal the other value of the other form of energy, you will answer with due to heat loss, due to heat loss as a wasted energy.
Well, that pretty explains about it. Yeah.
Okay, do you understand that?
Now yeah. Yes, I do.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm
B.
just trying to understand the point.
The point is theoretically, the energy is transformed from one form to another with the same value, right?
Right.
Theoretically, we measured or calculate the value of energy by put the law and make my calculations. But in fact, the value of energy is lost the sum of this value due to the heat loss as wasted energy. But mass calculate the values in complete value, not take in my consideration in calculations the heat loss as a waste energy.
Okay.
Okay. B. State 2000 meter to 500 meter. The value of the air resistance during fall from 500 meter to the ground. Find the air resistance. Ibrahim, in this question, you should reread this introduction of this problem. He said the skydiver stops from the balloon, steps from the balloon at the height of 2000 meters and accelerate downward. His speed is 52 meters per second at the height of 500. Ibrahim,
Yes.
الأول قبل ما أنسى. Another way to calculate the kinetic energy at the height of 500, you will use the normal equation, which is kinetic energy equal half mass velocity square. Okay?
Okay.
This formula. The kinetic energy, okay, at 500 as a height equal half mass times velocity square. Okay. The mass of a skydiver was, do you remember that?
Yes.
What equal what? Mass of the skydiver?
I thought you said the hold on. Mass of the skydiver?
Yeah. Mass of a skydiver 92 and his speed is 52. Okay. بيقول لي هنا he then opens the parachute from the height 500. Okay. Meter to the ground level. He fall at a constant speed. Okay. This is very important information. At the first, to find the kinetic energy, you will multiply half mass, which is 92, multiply the velocity square, okay, which is هنا 52 square. You will calculate the kinetic energy at the height of 500 meter, which is, make بقى your calculations, which is 92 multiply 0.5 multiply 52. The result is 100. 124.384. Right?
Right.
Great. But this is the way to find the kinetic energy at the height of 500 meters. Okay?
Okay.
The last questions ask you to find the air resistance at the height of 400 meters. The questions tell us at the height of 400 meters, the skydiver moved with constant speed. طيب, what do you conclude from this information? When the object move with constant speed, this means the forces or all forces act on this object are balanced. Do you know that?
Say it again.
I say, when the object move with constant speed, this means all objects are balanced. What is meant by all forces are balanced? When the skydiver moved down toward the ground by using the parachute, okay, there is two forces act on his body. The weight of his body, which act downward, and the air resistance, which acts upward. Both of these forces are balanced. Balanced means equal in magnitude, يعني قيمتهم يعني the value are equal, okay, and they act in opposite direction. Act in opposite direction means the weight act downward and the air resistance act upward. I will use this information to find the force, okay, at the height of 400 meters, okay? The weight is in mass times the gravity acceleration, right?
Right.
Great. The mass equal 92 kilogram and the gravity acceleration equal 10. So that the weight force, which equal the air resistance, right, equal 920 Newton. We make this calculation according to the fact which say when the object move with constant speed, this means this object move with balanced forces. Balanced force equal the weight of this skydiver equal the air resistance.
Right.
Okay, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Try to answer this question. Number 8, huh?
Arrow each page refers to the direction of force exerted by picture. Which first picture shows by person being done?
What is your answer?
Hold on. Am I thinking that the answer is C?
If you look at the C diagram, which represent this action, you will observe the man who stand on the ground push the platform in the force, horizontal force, but the climbed person هنا move vertically upward, so that the distance covered is perpendicular to the force, the applied force, so that the physical work equals 0. We say the object make physical or do physical work, the distance cover should be in the same direction of applied force, right?
B.
So that if you look at this different choice, you will choose the answer B, because the man lifts the box upward. This means he exerted by the force vertically upward, and the distance covered is vertically upward, right? Okay, question 9.
This device is designed to convert chemical energy into kinetic energy. The answer is C. Am I right?
Right, car engine, great. Number 10. Which energy resource is used to generate electricity by first boiling water?
I'm pretty sure the answer is A. Hydroelectric.
No, in hydroelectric, the falling of water operates the turbines, the blades of turbines. But the right answer is B, because we use the energy produced from the nuclear fission to heat the water to change from liquid state to gaseous state as a hot steam to operate the blades of turbines, right?
Right.
Okay. 11.
Two farmers use electricity powered elevator to lift bales of hay. All bales of hay have the same mass. Scientists approach to increase the speed of the monitors so that more bales are lifted in a given time. How does this affect the work done in lifting each bale and use of the output of the monitor? Right. I think the answer is no.
What is your answer?
I think
Huh?
is the answer is B.
B, you
Yeah.
mean the work done will increase and the useful power is increased. Both of them are increased, right?
Yes.
Of course, right. Why? Because the power is directly proportional to the work, and the work done will increase because the speed of the motor will increase. This means the kinetic energy will increase at the given time, means that time is constant, so that the power is also increased. Okay, 12.
It moves the load to the bottom of the slope to it now. With the work done by the field depend on the size of the first distance. What is the distance? I think the answer is C.
C.
Yes.
C هنا the work done of the force depend on the size of force. C R, right answer. Great, great. Huh. 13.
Which pair is atmospherical renewable? The answer is C again.
C,
Yes, C
great
again.
answer. Right, right. 14.
14. Hmm. I think the answer is B. Is that true?
Um, the answer is B or A?
B.
B.
Yes.
Kinetic energy, gravity. Yes, yes. Because when the object or the pole of this pendulum transfer from X to toward Z, and at the point Y, there is two kinds of the mechanical energy, potential energy and the kinetic energy. So that the answer is B, gravitational potential energy.
I am thinking that the answer is I am thinking that the answer is it's it's C.
See, the work
Yes.
done, the work done. Your answer means the work done is the same and the power will decrease or be less than the first value. But this is not right answer, because when the left deliver the man to the ground or the to the street level. Okay, street level هنا هو المفروض ان هو تحت ولا فوق. as the elevator هنا moving straight and the left elevator both use هنا carry persons from the same underground railways platform to the street. اها ماشي. طيب okay, this means the distance will increase, right? And the time increase. Okay,
Okay.
so that the power less than P, okay, and the work done will be more than W. So that the right answer is A. Why? Because the work done equal the applied force اللي هي هتبقى the weight of this man multiply distance, right?
Right.
The work done هو المفروض ان هو غير كده to carry the man to street level. Okay. Your answer, what you answered with A, the right answer is
C.
C.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, the right answer is C, because in the both states or the both situation, the elevator deliver the man from the first position to the straight the street level. Okay, this means the work done is the same, but the only change is the time taken. When the time taken increase, this means the power will decrease. So that's the right answer as you answered. Okay, the useful work done W, this means the same value, and the power is less than P. Why less than P? Because the time is increased from 20 seconds into 30 seconds. Okay, 16. What is your answer, Ibrahim?
Um, uh, the answer is the answer is it's A.
A,
Yes.
but the right answer is B. B, because available all the time, geothermal and nuclear vision. Okay.
A.
Time 36. this problem or this question, they need to make a calculation.
Yeah.
Huh? What is your answer?
Mm,
The gravitational potential energy to this man equal gravitational potential energy equal mass gravity acceleration times height, which equal 1.2, okay, multiply 10 multiply 30. This is equal equal 1.2 multiply 10 multiply 30, okay, equal
okay.
360 joule, okay, and they tell us there is a 25%, okay, is lost in the heat form. This means that 25% multiply 360, which equal 90 joule. This means this gravitational potential energy lost 90 joule as a heat, okay? And the rest value of this gravitational potential energy will convert into the kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy equal 360 minus 90, okay, equal 270 joule. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay. يبقى the right answer is C, which equal 270 joule. The last question is, the girl hang by hands from a bar in gymnasium. She pulls herself up until her chin is level with a bar. The mass of the girl is 48 kilogram. She pulled herself up through a distance of 0.25 meters. she does this in 2 seconds. What is the useful power for this she uses to pull herself up? Calculate the power. Ibrahim, make your calculations and tell me the result.
I'm calculating. Hold on.
What is your result?
I maybe think that the answer is A. Is that right?
6 what?
6.0 way.
6.0 means 6 what? But this is not answer. What do you do? Ibrahim?
Yes.
Power equal energy divide time. The energy in this case is the gravitational potential energy. Okay, the mass of the girl is 48. Okay, and the gravity acceleration is 10, and the mass distance is 0.25. Okay, divide the time taken, which is 2 seconds. Make these calculations, you will obtain power is 60 watts, not 6 watts. Because 48 multiply 0.25 equal 12, multiply 10 equal 120, right? Divide 2 equal 60 watts, right?
Okay.
Please make sure on your calculation, right?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay. Today we finished our session, and inshallah we will complete our curriculum بإذن next session. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.